Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Figs here. This is a quick video to show my greenhouse. I have a lot of requests asking about my greenhouse in zone 6A now, I believe, since last year. It was 5B and was changed to 6A. This is my greenhouse in the west suburbs of Chicago. I built this one last year. I actually moved to this property a year ago. I did have another greenhouse in my previous home, but then I moved to a new house with more land, and I had to build a bigger greenhouse, obviously, because we're all crazy about figs and other fruits as well. I built this all by hand, used treated wood, 4x4 posts for the most part. This is 10 feet on the north side and on the southern wall, and 9 here on the southern side of the greenhouse. I use polycarbonate sheets. These are twin walls, 8 millimeters, that you can order from Menards. These are special ordered. They come in 6 millimeters, 4, 8. 10s are actually triple wall, I believe, and they come in 16. The higher the thickness, the better the insulation, and it's going to be more expensive as well. The greenhouse is roughly 10 by 50, and I store all my figs here during the winter. So 1 year so far I had all my figs stored here, and I did the early start in middle of February with the help of heat source. You really need heat to head start your figs. During winter I just keep them above freezing, so I set the thermostat to 35. Again, depends on the insulation, depends on how cold the winter is. You might need 3-4 heaters. I would love if I have a gas heater. That would be cheaper and more efficient, to be honest, but I had to use electric because the greenhouse is really far away from my house and the gas line. But it can be done, hopefully in the future. This is the greenhouse. I still have a lot of work to do when it comes to the ground. The area of my property is a little bit low here, so I get water when it rains heavily. So I start all my trees here. I did start this year with 150 plus trees. I used to have more, but I had to slim down my collection based on what I like and what I didn't find interesting. And I sold a lot of these figs locally here, and also shipped a few online, bare rooted. A greenhouse this size with southern exposure gets a lot of sunlight. I do need to have it cool down during the spring and summer as well, so I do have a shutter fan all the way. You see it in the opposite end of the door. Does a good job circulating the air and keeping it cool. I have it set up to shut off at around 85 degrees, I believe. For the most part, during a sunny day, anytime after June, the fan is constantly running. Feels really good inside it when the fan is running. Keep the air moving. I can technically keep my trees outside, and I do have a lot of them outside because it gets too crowded. The advantage of greenhouse is it protects the trees from the wild animals. I do have a lot of trees, and there's a small wooded area in the back of my property that I get a lot of squirrels and chipmunks and knows what. I always see missing figs and half eaten or completely gone, so that helps a lot protect some of my best figs. The additional heat helps with the fruiting process. the fruit faster, I believe, and also protect from rain. Too much rain, too much water can basically dilute the sugar in the figs, so I get to control the watering for my figs, especially when they start ripening fruits. I'll go outside and show the figs that I took outside. Again, I took them outside just because it's too crowded here when they start growing and get bigger. So this is the outside area. Anytime I take tree outside of the greenhouse, because the plastic is UV protected, I have to use some shade cloth, at least for the first 2 weeks. I kept it. I like it. It keeps it a little bit cooler here, so I don't have to water as much. I don't think it helps with squirrels, but probably helps with the wasps and the bees that can come and attack my trees and fruit. So these are all of my trees that initially started in the greenhouse. I keep them all here. Again, this is the greenhouse from the outside. This is a 50% shade cloth. Does a good job. I've never had it for the entire season. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a try. Hopefully it doesn't affect the ripeness or the coloring of the fruit. I don't expect that, but we'll see. That's how it looks from the outside. I'm not sure what the neighbor think of this, but it doesn't look that bad. And I have it here next to my garden beds. I spent too much time and effort on my figs. I didn't get to grow anything else except for some tomato plants here. I still have an empty bed here that I didn't use. We'll see if I can get some other vegetables from any of the nearby nurseries. So far so good. Good sized greenhouse. It's a little bit too big if you just want a few trees, easy to manage, just for personal use. I like to trial and try as many figs as I can. So over the last many years of growing figs, I trialed hundreds of varieties. I kept many of these and I sold or give away some of them, not because they're bad necessarily. I probably have something similar in taste, or they were not as productive as I wish, and they might be a better fit for warmer climates, or they are very, very late. So that's why I needed the greenhouse. I really had to try them and trial these myself, and it pays off. I identify and have made a lot of figs as a must-have in my collection after trialing these. So without trying them yourself in your zone with your growing conditions, and not to forget your taste preference, that's very important. I can say this is my favorite fig and someone else can say it's okay, just because all of us have different taste preferences, so that's very subjective. You can like the honey type figs or the berry figs or the Adriatic figs. might like larger fruits or smaller ones. It all depends. So try it for yourself. It's not that difficult. Figs are easy to grow if you have some sort of a protection and space. That's all you need. I'll do another video hopefully soon. Just show the different figs I have. I have so many of them. That's probably gonna be a long video, and I really hate to shoot and upload and have you guys watch very long videos. So what I'm trying to do instead, at least for now, is take short videos of fruits that I try. As soon as they ripen, give them a quick taste description and then upload it. That's less boring for you guys. Hope this helps answer any of the questions, or if you are interested in building your greenhouse or buying a ready kit, and what to do and what not to do in this zone, in this climate. So thanks for watching.